Ew. Hello, and welcome back to our channel, everyone. And if you are new here, I'd like to welcome you to this family. And today's video, I can't tell you how many times I filmed this fucking video. It has taken 2 days to film this video, one when I had this thing, one when I didn't have this thing, and I wanted to get on today, and this video is not really going to be a ASMR video. This is more likely going to be me rambling for like, I think the longest was like 52 minutes, and I'm just over it. I'm not editing anything because I want it to be real, so if I have indigestion, please just bear with me. I know it's gross, but this is real life, and I'm a human being. I'm a human being. So with that being said, I have been planning an ASMR tattoo for a little over 8 months now, because that was when I'd gotten the BDSM tattoo, and at the time I was like, it's about that time that I start designing the ASMR tattoo that I want. ASMR is such a huge, huge thing in my life. It is everything in my life. It is what I use to sleep. It is what I use to escape. It is, the people in the ASMR community, the viewers in the ASMR community, we have built a family and a foundation for one another that I have never had in real life, and that is why I have continuously said that on this channel, it's our channel, and this is our family, and the whole ASMR community in general, for the most part, it's like one big family. I know there's a lot of pettiness and stuff like that, some that I've caused, some that other people just don't like each other and stuff like that, but that you'll get that everywhere. It's not like you're just gonna find a perfect community, but I'm gonna be honest, the ASMR, yeah, I was right. Yeah, like it was about to switch. The ASMR community is damn well perfect, like near perfect. And 3 years ago on this day, if I was making this fucking video, I would be half nodded out. I would, my kids were, I didn't have my kids, I lost them. I had no direction in life, and I was just getting on camera to talk, and you guys, for some reason, listened to me, and you guys, to this day, gave me a life I never thought I had, I never thought I deserved. I've been saying that a lot lately. You gave me a life that I never thought I deserved. You gave me a voice. Somehow, this human being helped you. I look so absolutely beyond down on myself that to the point where I don't, unless I'm in like one of those moods where I'm putting a false like veil over myself, I'm like, I can't look anybody in the eye. I can't do anything anymore. Like, it's just, today I went to look at a house. Like, can you believe that? Like, I could never do that years ago. We're looking for a rent to own, but it's still, we still saved up enough to hopefully make a down payment. 3 years ago, I was picking cigarette butts up off of the ground. Do you know what I mean? Like, I didn't have money to buy a pack of cigarettes. I didn't have money to do anything. And I didn't just get that for nothing. I got that because of you guys. You guys chose to support me and care about me and just give me a voice that could help you. I don't make money from my ASMR videos. Every YouTuber makes money from the ads on the videos and stuff, but you still like went through those ads or clicked on them because you wanted to see me talk, and I'm thankful for that. I have my Patreon. I started an OnlyFans. You guys support me on so many different levels, and it's just amazing. I don't understand. I'm starting to get that thing in my head where I'm telling myself like, what do you see in me? But that's not the point. I start getting so down on myself, and I don't know why. Like, it's so weird, but it's normal. So please don't think like, oh my god, what the fuck? Like, yeah, like I love validation and everything, but it's one of those things where it's never enough. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you, I know there's people out there like in our family who feel self-conscious and hate themselves, and they get a compliment, and it's very nice. It's very fulfilling for about 30 seconds, and then you're like, I still don't feel it myself. And everybody will tell you like, you're pretty, you're this, you're that, but you never feel it. Oh my god, it's raining. But I don't like know how like to say thank you guys. I always feel so lonely anymore, and I live such a different life than what you guys see online. I don't know, like there's all these YouTubers I look up to, and I think, they're so they're so amazing. They have such a following. They have to be such amazing people in person, but that's not me. Like, I live such a quiet life. I get up by myself. I wake my kids up and I get them breakfast before my husband wakes up. And then, I leave and I'm filming or I'm, doing something. And then he wakes up, he gets my son on the bus, and then I'm home before I get my son off the bus and pick my daughter up. I live such a basic life, and people think that, like, it's so much different. And it's just not. And I just, like, will never know how to thank you for seeing something in me. And I don't know why I get so emotional when I talk about that, because I never felt like I was anybody. And you guys, made me feel like I was somebody. I don't know, I always feel so misunderstood. I always feel like nobody wants to listen. Nobody wants to watch me. And I feel like these are like, crocodile tears or whatever. It's Laura Lee, like, I have had. But I mean that. I sit here and I think about it, and I'm sitting here right now talking into a camera by myself, but I will post this video and somebody's gonna watch it and like actually care what I have to say. So thank you for that. I always feel like whenever I film an ASMR video, it's never enough. Whenever I get comments back that say that I've actually helped, I don't know where I'm going with this. But anyway, so yesterday I was just like sitting here trying to film a how to start an ASMR channel. And I don't know what happened, but it like straight up came to me. Like it was like I had it. Like I had what I wanted to do for this fucking tattoo. I don't know what like came in my head that I wanted to do this, but I just went and I did it. Like it was like I'm like improv. It was a impulsive decision. So I went up to my local artist who's done like all of my tattoos. Not the one who did my cat, but everyone. And like nobody was in his shop. That shop, I'm telling you, this place is so busy. And I go in and I'm like, I have an idea for a tattoo. Like, can I get it? And he's like, yeah, I have time. And I had to meet my mom at 5:30. And this day yesterday was so weird. Like, it was so odd. And I'll explain why in a minute. But I get so, like, because I'll tell you why. But so I go in and I had to meet my mom by 5:30. It was like I left at 3:30. I'd filmed the 45-minute video. Then I'll explain how I filmed like it 1,000 more times. One that's 50, one that's 45, and the rest is like 6-7 minute intervals. So I go in and I'm like, hey, can I get this tattoo? And him and I are like not close friends, but we've always been close for like years. Like he knew my family knew him. His shop is called Matthew's Party Tattoo in Johnstown, Pennsylvania. And he sets me down and he gets me ready, and right as this guy's about to like tattoo me, he works by himself now. Like he has nobody in his shop, and his shop's like one of the most popular where we live. He does incredible work, so please check him out. His name is Michael J. Pearson at Matthew's Party. But anyway, so I go in and I knew where I wanted to get it, and the tattoo underneath means so much too. And I got it, and I know like when I posted on like all social media accounts, people were like, what? Like people like the quote, but they were like, what the fuck is like the point? You'll see it. But because I don't know if I'm gonna have to insert a picture, but I don't want to edit this video. I want it to be like, just normal. Like I'm so exhausted right now. I'm so what's that word? Not manic. I don't even know what manic really means. I might be because I'm like all over the place. So I got it and I showed him the picture of it, and I will explain to you why I got this, but why this day was so weird first, and then I'll explain why. So this is my tattoo. I'm going to show it to you upside down, but if you want to see the tattoo like fully, like I will post a picture in the description. But this is it. It's upside down. I can't, You know what I mean? Like, I can't. Here, wait. It says, last night an ASMR artist saved my life. You know what? I should probably say A. Last night, ASMR. No, that doesn't make sense. So hopefully I was right. But and he did it, and he was like waiting on all these people, and I was sitting there by myself, and I'm like so ready for this. Like, I was like, this is it. This is what I need to do. Like, I love this. And it was so weird that I got this tattoo. It was so random. And I'll explain why I feel like I thought it was kind of like a sign, but it might not be so. You guys know, many of you know, in 2014, my dad died randomly of a massive heart attack. Nobody knows why. He just died. He just straight up like drops dead. And my dad like saved my life back in 2009. I was like really heavy into drug use. And oh my God, so stupid. So I'm trying to think where to go with this. My mom and I used to have like a really abusive relationship. I always felt really alone. And we just had such a bad past. And so my dad, like, this is so pathetic. I'm Laura Lee right now, like, please God. So my dad like took me in like during heavy drug use when I dropped out of school, and I was just a really bad person. And he took care of me. And so fast forward, he died in 2014 and everything's fine. And then a year later, I was pregnant with my daughter at the time. So in 2015, my kids were taken from me because I became very like numb from my dad dying, and I stopped paying attention to my son. He was a year old when my dad died. He was 2 because it's been 3 years. Okay, just bear with me. So he's there or whatever, and he got to say happy birthday to my son, but he never got to meet my daughter. And then whenever he died, my I can't even think right now. It's so stupid. I don't cry on camera, but there's a reason for it, I promise. If you can bear with me, I'll put like a timestamp at the bottom and say about like where you can find where the fuck this video is going. So to make a long fucking story short, yesterday when I got this tattoo, like, I lost my kids. Everything went crazy after my dad died, but I'm getting to the point. So yesterday it was so impulsive. I was like, just go and get this tattoo. I know what I want to do with it. So when he died, I just felt really alone, and I started my ASMR channel after that because I just always felt alone. And I talked about how I got into ASMR and how it was so important to me. And you guys started commenting on everything and talking to me and making me feel a little less by myself. And my husband was working 12-hour days. So I was just by myself with my 2 kids, and it was really hard. Like, I'm not justifying my actions. They were shitty back then. The Botox in my face is swelling up. And I created this ASMR channel. Well, I started it early 2013, but I never did anything with it really until my dad died. And yesterday I went and got this tattoo, and the thunder. It sounded like a bike, but so the reason it's so weird is after the tattoo was done, I had to meet my mom at 5:30, and he promised he would get done by 5:45. And then my mom messaged me, and she was like, we were gonna go get peel and eat shrimp. We do that. Like, my mom, she drinks, and she likes to sit at the bar and have a glass of wine. And it's so funny, I have this towel here. And we go down, and he got done like she said, randomly she messaged me. She's like, I will be down there at 5:45. And I was like, okay. And I'm running down, and this towel smells like shit. I've used it like for so many props. I never wash it. I'm sorry, I'm so like out of nowhere right now. So I go down, and we meet perfectly at 5:45, right?
And my mom and I have had such a bad past together, and like we've just finally mended our relationship. Like when I say that, I mean we have started talking and being able to trust one another again. We've both had just such shitty fucking pasts. And I have this tattoo, and I post it online on all my social media accounts before I drive away. And so as I'm like driving down to this bar, there's all these messages and notifications I'm getting on my phone, like hundreds of them, like from Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, and Facebook, where I posted this photo. And I get down and I meet my mom, and my mom, I'm in a good mood yesterday for some reason, just a really good mood. And that is thunder. I don't know, I feel like all of this is like really weird right now, but I'll tell you why. I keep fucking getting it. It's like 15 minutes, I can't get to the goddamn thing. And my mom and I, for some reason, just start talking. And like, I'm not talking about like all the other times I've, sat with her. Like, we really started talking, and meanwhile I'm getting notification and notification and notification on my phone. And for the first time, like, all we talked about all night was my pap, like her parents, my pap, my baba, my dad's parents, my nun, and my pap, my other side of the family, and everybody in the family, and like these old memories and things I could never put a name to a face to. And I'm getting all these notifications, and like I was like, okay, I'm having a great conversation, and I go in the bathroom and I sit there, and I'm taking a piss, and I look on my phone, and there's like tons of fucking things, and I'm looking at them, and there's all this support and just messages and all this crazy stuff, like, this is so great, like, this is so nice and everything. And I know that it's just a fucking microphone, like, I don't know, this is what it looks like, it's a Yeti mic. And you know what, I really gotta take a break. Like, I can't, I feel like I've like got myself so worked up that I really do think that I have to edit this video. Like, I'll keep the whole Laura Lee, tears in, but I think I really gotta go smoke a cigarette, so I'll be right back. Okay, so I actually just restarted the camera. Like, I'm pissed. I'm gonna have to put like 2 clips together. So anyway, the point of this is, yesterday, right, I randomly went and got this tattoo. I went and I went and sat at a bar with my mother. I had this amazing fucking conversation. I had so much support just come in for me at once regarding the ASMR community. And the reason for all this is because ever since my dad died, every once in a while I'll have these dreams. And I get sleep paralysis really bad. If you know what sleep paralysis is, it's when you're asleep, but you're awake in your dreams, and some people claim they feel something crawling on top of them. I've had that. Some people just claim they can't move in their own body. I've had that, and it's horrible. I dream every single night of my life, but I rarely get lucid dreaming. So I've been having sleep paralysis for like the past month, like every single fucking day, right? And then, like, since my dad died, I've been having dreams every here and there, and the only time I dream of my dad is when I lucid dream. It's when I'm awake in my dream. Oh, it's just like thundering. And the first dream I had that I can remember that I was awake is, I've told this story in a couple of my older videos, and I said, like, about how it starts out in an apartment building, and it's a random room, and it doesn't have anything in it, and I go in, and my dad's standing there, and I'm like, hey, Dad, and we just embraced one another, and I can feel him. I can feel everything about him, and he tells me, like, you're not alone. He's like, you're not alone, Sarah, I promise you're not alone. And I'm like, where are we? And he's like, I can't tell you, and he leaves. And then, I wake up, and I think that's such a fucking cruel thing. That is such a fucking cruel thing to feel. To see somebody who is so important in your life after they die in a dream that you can't grasp him. I'm holding him, and I can't have him anymore. And after the past couple years just being so alone, right? So yesterday, or not yesterday, but the day before I got this tattoo, it was into yesterday. I had another dream of my dad, and I became like lucid, and he was sitting on the couch in it was like the same apartment. I don't know where it was, but he was laying on the couch, like I was looking at him like laying down, and my mom was in there, and it was like she was fake in the dream, like she wasn't real, but my dad was. And I was like, here we go. Like I became lucid and I could start thinking and feeling in my dream, like I could just fly away. And I was like, here we go. I'm like, I'm gonna go up to him and he's gonna be dead or something. I'm like, this is gonna be a horrible dream. And I walk up to him and I could see everything in his face, and I'm just like, Dad, I'm like, I love you, and where are you? And I told him, like, my mom came behind me and she's like, tell him about your favorite memory of him for some reason. And I don't know if my brain did this. I haven't really been thinking about my dad lately. I rarely think about him. And it's just like pouring down rain randomly, but. And I told him, I'm like, my favorite memory of you is everything. And I'm like, I wish you could see me for who I've become. Because he died when I was just a real shitty person. And the point of me even talking to you guys about this is because yesterday, when I woke up from this dream, I said goodbye to him, and I woke up alone. Like, my husband was already awake, and it was a day that, my God, it's pouring. It was a day that I could actually, like, sleep in or whatever. Like, sometimes we take turns, like, where I'll get up and I'll get, like I said earlier, my son on the bus, and I'll make them breakfast so my husband can sleep in, then I leave and all this. And I slept in, and I just felt really alone, and I came to film this video, how to make an ASMR video. And the first time I filmed it, I talked about getting it. I didn't have it yet. So, I, get the tattoo, I have a great conversation, whatever. And, the point of this whole thing is that I didn't feel alone going home yesterday. It's almost like everything kind of came to me yesterday. I randomly, impulsively got this tattoo, and I love, oh my God, the fucking house is falling in. I love this tattoo so much, and everybody's like, why did you get this Yeti mic? And I'm like, because every day almost, except for the days I don't film, I don't think the windows are up in my car, but anyway, every day, on days that I don't film, but the days I do film, I'm always fucking staring at this Yeti mic, even when I have this fucking thing, that I'm still trying to figure out. Please give me time with it. Like, I, have the Yeti mic in front of me, and I'm always trying to figure out, like, I'm always looking in this camera trying to talk, and, like, make sure I know how to talk to you guys. And you guys always give me feedback. You guys are always so nice to me and caring about me. I cannot tell you how many times in the past I've just felt so misunderstood. I wiped all the contour off my nose from crying, and literally in my bulbous ass nose now, but I see this Yeti mic every day. I see this Yeti mic, and it doesn't say Yeti on it. I'll show you closer. Like I said, I'll put a photo down in the comments, but it's so important. It's like such a staple in the ASMR community. Like I said, I was gonna get headphones. I'm glad I didn't get headphones. I never wear headphones listening to ASMR. Like, so many people are like, I can't watch ASMR without listening to with headphones, and I'm like, are you fucking nuts? Like, I can't do that, you know what I mean? But that's just their preference. But yeah, so yesterday I just went home, and I just didn't feel alone anymore for once. It was just weird, and I realized, like, there was so much outpouring of love over this tattoo. It's like I picked this font because I knew I wanted this font, but I didn't know what it was called. But he had a font book, and I found it. And it's like a typewriter font, but and here's the mic. It doesn't say Blue Yeti up here. But he did such a good job on it, and I put it in the Flower of Life tattoo because the Flower of Life, if it's not Bring Me the Fucking Horizon, please don't go to the comments and be like, Bring Me the Horizon logo. It's not. It's a universal logo. All religions use in it, even Christianity. excuse me, and it kind of migrates into Judaism and things like that, like the egg of life, seed of life, flower of life. And it's basically that we come from a single egg and we expand from there. It's so deep, but I've always had that on my arm. And I put it over the time that I self-harmed myself, right? So I put that flower of life on top of my self-harm scars. Like, they're like, you can actually see this. You can't, there's no way the camera's gonna see it, but they're nothing dramatic. Point is, I got the microphone over top of it because it's such an important staple in my life. It was such a random thought. I've never been that impulsive before. Who takes somebody randomly? I just go up there, I'm like, I want to get a tattoo, like, and it's like almost now my favorite tattoo. My favorite tattoo's always been the one with my dad, but I mean, it still is. It's just, it's my dad, you know what I mean? It's not like, it's not the tattoo. In fact, I wish I could have got that tattoo a little different than the photo. So yesterday I went home and I went to sleep, you know, my husband and I were laying together, and I felt like safe for the first time in a long time. I feel like, as somebody who's a past drug addict, you never really feel safe. You never really feel like yourself after you use drugs for so long. I dropped out of high school. I lost my kids. I didn't have anything for so fucking long. And you kind of get used to that life. And now, like, today we went to look for a fucking house. Do you know what I mean? I never thought I could do that. You know, I never thought I deserved to have those things after what happened to me, especially, like, losing my kids and everything. But, and I have it. Like, I don't have a house yet. I hope so. By next year. But, yeah, so I just wanted to say thank you. I guess I could have did this in the beginning, but I wanted to tell this backstory, and I hope I'm making some kind of sense. I wanted to tell this backstory to you because I want you to know that I don't feel alone when I'm, you know, online and talking to people and interacting and sharing stories with others. I walk, you know, like if I go shopping or if we go shopping with the kids, people always give me dirty looks, and I might just be self-conscious, but I feel like, you know, I just have one of those faces people hate. I probably do. But I feel like nobody ever gives me a chance. But whenever I'm on the internet, where probably nobody knows me, but you guys always give me a chance, and you guys always, like, want to hear my voice. Like, if I don't post a video in 2 days, you guys are like, hey, you know, you haven't posted, like, you actually fucking want to hear me to fall asleep. Probably not right now, but but do you know what I mean? So thank you for, you know, you guys say sometimes that I saved your life, and I've heard this quote so many times last night. Not an ASMR artist, but they'll say ASMR saved my life, and ASMR couldn't be said without an ASMR artist. So, yeah, I'm just really happy I got that tattoo, and I'm really happy to have it represent all of us. Like, this doesn't just go out to you guys, because, I mean, it does, but, Jesus. If you're an ASMR artist, it goes out to you too, even ASMR artists who don't get along with me, Tony Bomboni, that goes to you. This is for you and everyone else. Like, I have so much love for the ASMR community. I have so much fucking love for what has transpired over at least 2018 so far. Again, 3 years ago on this day, I was looking at my memories, and I actually remember I was stealing makeup from, like, Giant Eagle and shit, and, like, just like stealing donuts from there too, because we didn't have money to get breakfast, and that's how I got my makeup. I'd always steal it while my kids were gone. It's just a shitty person. It didn't take so many people. It was one person who really got me to realize that I did have strength in myself to be the mom that I didn't know I can be. You know, I'm the type of person who lets other people make decisions for me up until, like, this year. And I really have been making decisions for myself for once. And it feels powerful to be myself. It feels powerful. And even though I get really lonely, you know, I have, like, all of you behind me. And that's so empowering to me. That's so important and powerful. And I just thank you guys so much. Like, I don't know what else to say other than thank you for being so important in my life. This isn't I hate when YouTubers, like, I love Tana Mojo. I don't love her at all, actually. She's an idiot, but I like her. She, you know what I mean? She's like fun to watch fail. Not in that way, like she'll never fail, but do you know what I mean? Like she just fucks up all the time and she admits it and it's funny and she's relatable, even though I just really don't like her. Like I can't, you know what I mean? Like you don't like a person, but you watch them and you're like, okay, like I don't like you, but I hope that you're doing okay. It's kind of like that. But I don't like when she says like she cares so much about her fans. I don't think she does. I don't like when people say that, you know, they have this or they feel this way when they don't do enough. And I'm not saying that I do enough, but I care a lot and I never have the feelings to express it. And all day today has been such a hazy day. You know, we looked at this house and it ended up being too small, you know, with two kids. Like we're thankful for what we can get, but um just the fact that we even went and looked at a house, like I was like holding an application with the down payment on it. I'm like, I can afford this, like, you know. But then the house ended up being kind of crappy, but it was okay. It'll work out for somebody who really needs it. You know what I mean? We live in a very nice half a home now, until next year, and that's what we're hoping to do, is to buy a house and remodel until, you know, our lease is up, and then be able to move into a permanent home and put our roots down somewhere. But again, I could never have done any of this without you guys. I just want to thank you to all ASM artists, to all the family watching, to everybody who's ever known about ASMR. And by the way, rest in peace, Baba San from the Cosmic Barber. He had a random heart attack and died. He was like, those videos will like live on forever. Like we were just watching them the other day. There were these videos that were like, help Baba San, donate to him. He can't keep taking care of his family. He ran that shop while his family was at home, and you know that's what he did, was like these ASMR head massages, and all these people were trying to raise money for him, and he just passed away. And now his family's probably, you know, like what the hell. And I really hope, you know, I'd like to help. This just happened. Like, I think it was yesterday or the day before, but I'm definitely going to look into that because I didn't even realize that until just now, that his family is by themselves right now with no income. Like, you know, we should probably do something about that. But so I got my ASMR tattoo and I wanted to get on here and talk about, you know, how I don't feel alone anymore thanks to you guys. I have my kids and I have my husband. Don't get me wrong, they fulfill a lot for me. But you can't just go to a 4 and 5-year-old and be like, yeah, I was feeling real depressed last night while you were sleeping. You know what I mean? They bring me the most joy in the world. I love them so much. With all of my heart. They are everything to me, and I couldn't have ever had them back. You know, and I love my husband too, but they're just, you guys, I know you understand there are certain things you can't talk to certain people. I can be so open to, you know, the majority of the world, but I don't know, my husband doesn't really, I mean, he has an ASMR channel, but it's not his thing. He likes music and stuff, and ASMR is my thing, and I finally feel like I have a thing, and I have something to work for, and you know, in regards to making hopefully a career of. Like, YouTube shut down the other day. I'm like, oh shit, time to get a real job. Kidding. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching and listening to my Laura Lee crying. I will post a link to the tattoo below if you want to see it. It's so important to me, and I don't know why I feel so happy getting it. These dreams about my dad, it was just nice it just felt like something connected yesterday. And I'm very thankful for that, and I couldn't have ever done it without you. So I'm probably going to go and like take off the sweater because I feel like all of a sudden it just got really hot. Some typhoon of a thunderstorm just passed over as I filmed this video. I'm serious. It is definitely Halloween. All this creepy shit's happening, but I love you guys with all of my person, and if you are just joining in, like if you watch this video and don't know who I am, I'm sorry you had to see me like this for your first time. You know what I mean? It's rare that I finally have a good cry, but I'm kind of happy that I did now. It just, I don't know, I'm very blessed. I'm just so blessed because of you guys, and I thank you for it. So I love you guys. I love you guys with all of my person, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.